Hi guys, I thought I would just show you. I'm about to prep a hardboard panel. This is just an ordinary hardboard panel, and you can see it's got some stuff on it. I gessoed a long time ago, and I used my homemade encaustic gesso, and that's basically what I'm going to do for this panel that I'm going to use cold wax on. Now, it's gotten all marked up and I can't tell if I recycled this one or not. Obviously I gessoed it, but here's what I'm doing. I take ordinary acrylic gesso, and this is Tri-Art Gesso Sludge, which is something that is left over from some of their processes. So it's sort of a, it says Tri-Art Gesso Sludge is made from recycled pigments harvested from our washing process. So it's a good gesso, it's a leftover gesso, and any gesso will work. Any acrylic gesso will work. That's way more than I need. I'll probably do a couple panels. But so you just use gesso. Whatever you've got is fine, but I wouldn't leave it with just plain old acrylic gesso. The reason for that is that it doesn't really have enough tooth for the cold wax to sink into, and you want to make your gesso a little bit more absorbent because wax doesn't sit well on top of acrylic. Some people can use an acrylic base with their cold wax and they have no problems. Other people report many problems trying to do that. So I prefer to be on the safe side, and I'm going to add some powdered marble. So I'm just going to grab some and dump it in. And this will make your gesso more absorbent and give it something to hold on to, give something that for the cold wax to hold on to. So I just stir it in there. And it also gives you a really nice dense coverage when I do this. This sludge is actually really good about giving you great coverage, but sometimes when I use, I think it's Liquitex. Let me get this out of the way before I dump it, because it's been one of those kind of days today. When I use Liquitex or like a Bob Ross, I like their gesso, but it is thin. And sometimes one coat doesn't give me the coverage I want. So I will just brush this on and get rid of that hair, because I really don't want the hair. And it will revitalize this plain hardboard panel. Now when I bought this panel, it was this color on both sides. And I tend to buy just the plain. They're inexpensive. It's less than $1, and sometimes you can catch them on a really good sale. But you do have to gesso them yourself, and I don't mind doing that at all. So, and there we go. With one coat, I have covered all the marks that were on this panel, and I've increased the absorbency and given it something to stick to. So now that is a super nice panel, and I have enough gesso that I'm about to go do several more panels until I run out of, until I've used all of this up. So that's just a quick way to prep something for cold wax. This is now also prepped for encaustic work too. Works for both of them. Bye guys.